With us is Dan Smith from the multi-platinum selling British band Bastille. How's it going, Dan?
Good, thank you. I'm all right. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks so much for asking, man. Now, I want to take you back for a moment. You released the song Durban Skies back in 2012. And if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken, you have ties in South Africa. What's the story there?
yeah. My mum and dad are from Durban. They're actually from a place called Coxstad. I have so much family in Johannesburg and Durban and Pietermaritzburg and Cape Town. Yeah, all over the place, all over the place. So yeah,
Great stuff.
that is my connection to South Africa.
Uh,
Yeah,
can you actually greet us in a South African language?
no. I could sing the beginning of the national anthem. We used to have a tape of Nkosazikele. So I feel like if with enough drinks, I could sing like quite a fair amount of that. Cycling through the languages, but yeah, no. I just say, "How's it, brew?"
Yeah, like we all do, like we all do. All right, so you started Bastille in your bedroom back in 2011, and now we're obviously back in these confined spaces. And it said that your new single, Distorted Light Beam, is about how we're changing and the ways in which we can manipulate our realities to fit a narrative that better suits us. So, what part did COVID play in your songwriting?
Yeah, I mean, we planned to take a year out from kind of about March of last year to take a year out to make a record and to not tour and to kind of lead a bit of a smaller stationary life. And then obviously the pandemic hit, and the whole world stopped and the whole world changed. So I guess, like with everyone, we just kind of try to get come to terms with that and get by and survive and look after everyone around us, all that kind of stuff. But I think for me, making music has just been, in and amongst the other things we've been doing, has been just such an amazing place to escape to and to distract me. And it's obviously something that I love to do anyway, even though it's my job. But this year more than ever, it's been, much like back when we made our first album. I would work in the day and then do music at night, just to as a way to escape to kind of other places. Like it's been the same thing this year for me. Like, just like what you just said. It's been a really amazing opportunity to collaborate with lots of people, over the internet and sometimes in real life when things have opened up a bit. Yeah, it's been just a kind of a lifesaver of a project for us, and it's a kind of the song and the album is kind of like this weird dystopian science fiction, different versions of the future, our relationship with technology, and it's been this really fun excuse to just make some big mad pop music with some interesting people and just have fun with it. And we're really excited for people to hear the album.
Yeah, and I'm also very excited for the album. You can actually hear that escapism in the new single, so I'm very excited for it. Now, I want to go back again, from a very honest single like Surviving, which you released during the pandemic, to now Distorted Light Beam, and your documentary, Reorchestrated, which deals with themes like motivation, anxiety, and imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
Has there been a mental shift for you guys as a band?
good question. I don't know. I think the sort of enforced stopping of the pandemic definitely, and making that documentary, or seeing back what was what was made, definitely made us sort of stop and take stock of everything that's happened for us over the last decade and think about the sort of the toll of that on our lives and on our minds. We feel incredibly privileged and lucky to get to make music and travel the world and tour and play our songs to people. That's not something we'd ever sort of complain about, but there's a lot that comes with that, like with any job, with huge long periods of time of being away from home, and the kind of just the head fuckery of being in a band, and a lot of the sort of the mental toll that comes with that. Yeah, and the kind of like constant self-questioning, and the constantly making things and putting yourself out there and being knocked back, and things doing well and things not doing well, and you know and I guess we all now live in a world where like anything and everything we do and say is probably on the internet, and you can see feedback immediately, good or bad or whatever. And the versions of ourselves we present online or that we present in a band or whatever sometimes differ from what's real and what's in your head. It's a confusing time to exist, but it's also filled with kind of opportunity and Yeah, so I guess with the album, we just wanted to reflect that really. I think, to answer your question, sorry for my massive roundabout answer, but yeah, like I guess we've tried to have a reset. I think like with a lot of people, this year's just made us feel very, very lucky. And very, I love writing songs, so I'm happy just being in a room writing songs all day. But for the guys I'm in a band with, and for our crew and all these people who were able to get to a point with a job they love and the thing they love doing, that's just completely gone away. So obviously they, like a lot of people in the creative industries and loads of other industries, are just kind of patiently waiting keenly to get back to doing what they love.
Yeah. Now, Distorted Light Beam is the first single of your upcoming fourth studio album, and your last
album.
And your last album in 2019, Doomdays, which I'm not sure if that was a premonition or something, but Doomdays charted in the top 5 of the UK and US charts, making you the only UK band to achieve this alongside the Beatles and Queen. Firstly, that's amazing. But what are your wishes with this album?
What are my wishes? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I guess we see every album as like a kind of fresh start, and I think, like I said before, we just feel so lucky that we're still allowed to be around making music, and I hope it surprises people. I hope people come along with this weird sci-fi journey with us. And yeah, I'm really proud of the songs. I think they're all like, I've just loved making it, because there's a weird part in making an album where you're like, it's almost like your favorite album for that point is the one that you're making, because you have to listen to it all the time in the studio every day, listening to mixes after. And it's been such a pleasure, and it's been fun playing it to my friends recently and being like, is this good? And they're all like, oh, everyone's really excited. So that's it's nice to feel that sort of optimism and positivity. I don't know, who knows what it'll do? I've got no idea if anyone's going to care. There's so much to choose from nowadays. We all can pick exactly what we want to hear and what we want to watch all the time. So there's that. But I hope our fans like it. I hope they appreciate the sort of the different directions that we've gone in. But I guess like we just wanted to make interesting music that says something and that kind of provokes conversations in the lyrics. And I hope we've done that. But
I'm sure people are gonna love it, man. I love
that weird time. It's that weird time where you're sitting on stuff and I'm like, I want to talk about it all, but I don't want to spoil it for people. So and I'm the worst because I've just got such a big mouth. I just.
Oh man! Now listen, I know you guys have festivals lined up, but we're still in lockdown here in South Africa. So, any words of encouragement for your fans over here?
Well, yeah, we've obviously all been in varying degrees of lockdown at various times, and it's weird in the UK. It feels like things were meant to open up, and then there's been a slight with new variants and numbers going up, things slowed down again. So we'll see if these festivals happen or not. But it's always really great to have something on the horizon to sort of be excited by. I think everyone's gotten very used to over the last year or so being excited about things and then watching them go away, and being excited about things and watching them go away. It's really tough. I hope everyone's doing all right in lockdown and managing to stay entertained and stay sane and stay in touch with people. I know there's a lot of like fatigue after lockdown. It's hard to stay good about it. But I hope, just sending lots of love to everyone. I hope that this song is like a nice little 3-minute distraction if you can be bothered to have a listen to it. And just sending lots of love to everyone there. I hope that when the world is open up again and when everyone's safe and well, we can head to South Africa and play some shows again, because I miss it, and I miss being in the country, and I miss my family there, and just sending lots of love.
Fantastic, that would be great. Now, before we say goodbye, please just remind us where we can watch your reorchestrated documentary and access to your single.
So I guess the new single Distorted Light Beam is out wherever you listen to your music, or maybe even on Mix FM. We are the documentary Reorchestrated is on Amazon, so if it should be streaming on Amazon Prime or Amazon or whatever you watch things on. But it's weirdly, even though the year's been like quiet and odd and terrifying, it's been quite busy for us, having done a kind of an EP and a film and now this album. But
awesome.
Like I said, I feel so grateful that we've been able to make stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Dan, thank you so much for your time. It was lekker chatting to you. Stay well, man.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Thanks for having me. Stay well. See you later. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.